Hey, guys and gals, I want to address what Coach 1927 said earlier. I just did a live, so I want to do. I'm doing another one just to pop up because I still got some time here. I want to. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the. Let's see. Bear with me a minute, guys and gals. Appreciate you being here. Hey, Dale, what is up, brother? I just did a live, and I only had like 7 on at one time, very low, because nobody knew it. But Colt 1907 brought up something about ammo and rules. I went to ATF and looked at it. I said, I don't care what they say. I'm not going to deal with this. They're over-regulating everything. But let me, hang on a minute. Let me get let's see, a new window here. Hold on 1 minute, everyone. I know we're live. Let's see, paste and go. Here, are we going to the ATF site right now? Okay. He mentioned this federal law, and I'm not contradicting that, but I'm on ATF now. It says, is a person, I know Congress, the liberal left wanted to regulate reloading and all that, and I guess to a point, Congress-wise, it hasn't been done. But apparently, the ATF has put their little notation here, and go figure. Now we're supposedly the 4 years of the most pro Second Amendment guy in the history of the United States. Okay, yeah, but yet the ATF right now is going. Is a person who reloads ammunition required to be licensed as a manufacturer? He mentioned you can't reload for somebody. Well, you can still. I mean, we always do. If you trust the person, don't only reload if you don't. It says, if a person engages in the business of selling and distributing reloads for the purpose of livelihood and profit, yes. No, if the person reloads only for personal use. I'm not selling ammo, so you can still reload for personal use just like you always could. They just got it to where if you do it as a livelihood, which that makes sense to me. Anyway, I mean, if you're going to do it as a livelihood, a business, I would go get a license and actually be a manufacturer. I don't know what, LCC or whatever. I definitely would. There's people even on YouTube that, reload for a business. I was trying to think of Sasquatch. I think he does. If I'm not mistaken. I hadn't been on his site in a while. But anyway, let me, hang on a minute. I'm not used to the software here. It's changed on me. Share screen. All right, there we go. Here we go. I'm going to share this. I probably ain't going to be able to see you. All right. You guys, gals, see that? If you need to take my YouTube thing, blow it up. And there we are at ATF. Is a person who reloads ammunition required to be licensed as a manufacturer? Yes. For profit, livelihood? Yes. Personal use? No. And I kind of went off on a political tangent about police state and rules. I mean, if we're getting in this country where too many laws and too many rules, it's just too many regulations and too much government. I mean, our founders were worried about that, definitely in the founding of the country. So I got morning coffee up there. Go figure. It's not morning, but it's morning coffee somewhere, though, around the world. But anyway, let me close that out if I can. Let's see. Well, shrink that back. There we go. I had a full screen. I couldn't see you all. But there you go. Just to answer something that was discussed earlier that Colt was talking about. I'll text him, too. I'll call him. And but it got me fired up in a live stream about that. It was federal law about reloading. And it is if you reload for business and profit. And naturally, you got to have a license. But you can still reload for each other. But I advise not unless you know the person. So it's 5 o'clock. That's a good one, Dale. Yep. That'll be my title for coffee. I ain't did coffees in a while. Instead of it's morning coffee somewhere, I ought to put it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's a good slogan, man. Thank you. I won't use it. And I come up with morning coffee somewhere because Jamie actually stated one time that it wasn't morning or something in one of my streams. And I said, well, it's morning coffee somewhere. And I knew, like in England, it's 6 hours ahead or whatever, something like that. And I forget now. So I could be wrong on that. But yeah, that's a good one. 5 o'clock somewhere. You can have it. You can have what? I don't know what you're talking about, Dale. Let me highlight in case. This is just info, just a quick stream, just to discuss that topic. What do you mean you can have it? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, don't quite understand what you mean, but tell me what you're talking about, Dale, on there. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, I got you. Crazy me. Yeah, it was a good slogan. I'm not like Gene Simmons. I don't go around copywriting everything. He copyright money bags. He's got the copyright. So if you do any kind of sticker money bags, that he can sue you and take you into court and get money. I ain't kidding you. And he's proud of that. Gene Simmons is a marketing guru in rock and roll. So he even sells caskets, but go figure. Anyway, Dale, y'all have a good one. I'll probably just leave this up, but I wanted to address that topic for everybody in the reloading community, what that ATF says on that. I had thought the Democrats slipped something in a law maybe, but no surprise on ATF, but you never know what they are. But I did say, well, wouldn't you go figure they got a law under the most pro-Second Amendment president in years? And I won't go there, but it is what it is. But I am pro-conservative. I'm a big conservative. I'm more a libertarian now than I am. I used to be GOP. I used to be donate money. I quit a long time ago. I gave up on it and stopped donations to Congress too. But I did donate for Trump once. And, who else? I was thinking here in Georgia, David Perdue years ago. Yeah, and the governor of Georgia, I donated. And so I used to do quite a bit of that one time, but I stay out of it now. Dale said, I've been rolling for 12 years. Yeah. God, I'm trying to think. Let's see. Maybe me about the same, close to it. Let's see. Yeah, about the same, Dale. I started with watching High Boy, following him. And I just learned it, caught on to it. And it's not that difficult. Yeah. And I started with 223-556 too. So, which is kind of a pain, but I had to explain the other day what NATO was. I said, well, it's got a little bit longer throat. One's hot. 223's not. If it does say 223 Remington on the barrel, better not put a NATO round in it. That's because there is a difference in the headspace spec a little bit. Like I said, right there it is, commercial, 1.4636. I said earlier in another live stream. Colt spec NATO is 1.4646. And I got the gauges here. I don't have the commercial gauge because I don't need it. But I do have the headspace gauges, Forrester. And but anyway, Patriot from Warsaw, what is up? Yeah, I agree. Let me highlight you, brother. I wasn't even going to do a second show. Colt probably don't even know I'm streaming. But he mentioned something about federal law on the ATF about reloaders, and I kind of went off on a political tangent and said, well, they can kiss it. They can take the rules and stick it up there. Well, I didn't say that, but, I come close. But there are little rules reasonable if you do it for profit. Yeah, I always thought that kind of anyway. But just always, if you do reload for somebody, make sure you know them. You can blow your gun up, of course. And matter of fact, I got to text Curtis Long on one of his 357 he loaded here a few weeks ago. We talked a little bit. Dale says, I started with 45 auto. Wow, okay. I only did 9 here several years ago. Dale, yeah. And it was kind of weird at first, especially I tried several different dyes. I bought dyes from, I'm trying to think. I know his name's Wayne. Mighty Armory. I bought a 9mm die, and I just went back to. I used a Redding expander, 2-step expander, for 9mm, and I got it for 40. Actually, even though I don't have 40, I was going to load it for my brother, but he wanted to have his dies and his powder with him, so he gave me 2 pounds of Silhouette, for the trouble. Oh, one guy, what is up, brother? Good to see you. Been a while. Always appreciate you all coming in. Good to see you, Patriot. Oh, one guy. I was just doing the second stream to follow up on ATF. That's all I was doing. I think I got more on now than I did at the beginning of the other one. But stay tuned. I'm going to try. I always say this. I'm on stream. I said earlier on my other live, I'm going to try to, things cool down. Give me a few weeks. I'm going to try to get maybe 2 cameras and see what can clean this mess up and start reloading again. So I want to get a hopper or a powder thing, probably a Brass Smith. Uncle Jim advises to get that. He said it throws a really good pistol. And I may get an auto drum too. And things just got to slow down. But there you go. Good to see you again, Cleveland. Yep. I wanted to address that topic that I went on a tangent on. I didn't say it. I said ATF can kiss it. Jeez, I'm going to say it. With their rules. But it's actually just a rule if you sell it. If you sell, you're considered a manufacturer, which makes sense to me. And if I was going to sell it, I would actually get a manufacturer. I would get a license. And I was in manufacturing my whole life. I've did auto manufacturing. I've did food manufacturing. I've did contact lens manufacturing. I've did robotics. I've did a lot of different stuff over the years through my life. Numerous things, actually. Oh, one guy said, I'm well and blessed. Oh, great to hear, one guy. Good to see you. Like old times. Dale says, let me highlight you here. Heck, it's 7:23. We'll talk a few more minutes. 45 auto, 45 Colt, 223, 6.5 Creedmoor, 270. Cool. I like 270, man. 308 I like. 30-30 I love. My first rifle, 30-30, was a Marlin in 1975. Got stolen. I think I know who stole it. It was my wife that left me. Well, she didn't leave me permanent, but she would do that. She would disappear and stuff and she would still, go figure. But I believe she always stole my 30-30. Brand new gold trigger. And it was the hardwood, what is it? I'm trying to think of the wood. But it's not the cheap one, the birch in the Walmart. It used to be. Kite gun, I've only paid, I think, $285 for it, plus tax, back then. I loved that rifle. It was fun. And I bought years ago here, I had a 35 brand new with dark walnut. That's what I was trying to think of. I don't have Echo to remind me of these things sometimes, or me remind him. Black walnut's what it was, even in 75. And had the old hammer. I still got that, I think, the thing you put on the hammer to help cock it, the whole thing. I don't like that. I usually just leave it alone, take it off. But little cocking aid, you call it. But appreciate you guys dropping in. Hopefully I can get a show going. And I keep saying that, and I apologize for that. But my eyes are getting really bad, and the car's been, I said it earlier, I won't go through it again. I got hit today while I was pumping gas. Got hit by a truck, of all things. Me yelling. I'm yelling my head off. Man, I'm sitting there standing up, hey, stop. And it just is what it is. And I did away with the police. I told them I didn't need a report. My agent said I didn't. And I did pictures of what he did and his tag number and all that. And he gave me all his information, driver's license stuff. So it is what it is. And I spent the other weekend putting in a water pump that blew out, gasket. I said that earlier on my other stream. But I won't go into that topic again. Dale says, Winchester 33 from 19... Oh, wow. That's an oldie, buddy. Probably J-stamped. I'm sure mine was. My brother's got a J-stamped Marlin used. Bought it for like $285 at a gun shop in Athens, Georgia here years ago. I wished I'd have bought it, and I look back on it like an idiot, and I didn't buy it. I forget what I bought. Bought a handgun, bought a 308. Back then, I bought 2 or 3 Savages, bull barrels. I bought a Tikka TAC. I can't remember what the other numbers were. It was a 308 24-inch barrel, aluminum chassis, uh, skeleton stock, folding stock, all that. I sold that. Some people know that story. I got rid of that. It was 308. And sometimes I wish I hadn't got rid of that rifle. That thing's really high now. It's about $2,000, I think. Let me highlight you, 351. Appreciate you dropping back in again. I got skis floating around out there somewhere stolen. Oh, wow. SK it. Okay. I know it's tough to lose stuff, especially rifle. Boy, I really missed it. I figured it out years later, though, who took it. And that was, like I said, my ex-wife took it. SIG is royally screwed up, Patriot from Warsaw says. I heard something about them and their guns being a problem the other day. Let me highlight this. Let's see. Hey, are you been hearing about this SIG? Okay, yeah, SIG. Yeah, they still having none. Yeah, I have. Airman cause of it, and law officer have been. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hadn't heard that part yet. Yeah, I heard something about that issue, but I haven't really read that. I'll check that out. Patriot, yeah, definitely will. Man, an airman cause of it, and law officer been. Wow. What happened? The gun end up injuring them, blowing up or something? Boy, that's bad. Hate to hear that. There ain't no sense in that. I mean, when you get so sloppy in manufacturing, you can't even put a freaking gun together. And you put it out there in the hands of people. I'll say it, even though I'm alive. You shouldn't be. You better change your reputation because you ain't gonna be in business one of these days. People's just gonna get around word will. You shouldn't release a pistol, in my opinion. And they have to know. I mean, my goodness, I can't imagine a company releasing one thing and it's okay and it just starts falling apart and blowing up. Let me see. Yeah, let me highlight that. The gun keeps discharging, no finger on the trigger. It just has randomly going off. Wow. Unreal. You always got some good tips, Patriot. Some good stuff. Police officer has gotten shot in the thigh because of his sickle. Wow. That's a shame. Like I said, manufacturing, if the thing is not, the engineers didn't make it right, or it's a manufacturing issue. It's got to be one or the other. I mean, there is no other, nothing else can be. And I've worked with engineers, and engineers can do crazy things. And I've known engineers personally in different areas. They kind of can be nerdy. SIG knew the problem and didn't wow. Yeah. Figures. Yeah. The multiple state and federal lawsuits out police departments are now from the military who lost the airmen. Wow. I hate to hear that. God bless them. I'll keep highlighting this. Yeah, you all hear this? Ain't that something? I haven't read that, but I definitely want to I'm going to check the articles out, see if I can find some articles on it. Is that someone you knew personally, Patriot, the airman? Or is it just stuff you're reading out there? Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys dropping in the second time. But I got to get off here. Georgia's shooting's coming on here in about 30 minutes, 31 minutes. So, anyway, I want to clarify that. I may give Cole a call on that. Got me kind of fired up politically about saying that you couldn't do it was federal law about reloading ammo now. Well, it is if you manufacture. You got to have a license. If you're not, and it's just personal use, you can make ammo for anybody you want. It's free. I mean, they can't stop you. We're free nation on that part still. Even though there's some out there that would like to take that away too, of course. But I do go political occasionally, just a little, because it just fires me up too. I'm only a human. What can I say? Especially about freedom and rules and things like that. I don't like regulations. But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Got 6 on. God, I hate to leave y'all. The guy Dale jumped in there earlier. He come up with that. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm going to do some coffees that way sometime. My car eventually be in the shop. I can't go swimming for like next 14 days. I didn't tell you all that. So I'm going to do some coffees. So hang out on probably around 2 o'clock, maybe. I'll post them, try to post them at least early the next morning when I get up. do it kind of earlier. And we'll do a few look at that, and we'll just call it 5 o'clock somewhere. And they'll give me a good idea there on a title for a stream. And hopefully in time I'll get back to reloading. We'll try to get a few panel members up here and talk. So take care, guys. Peace. Love all of you. Take care. We will get out of here. I'm going to go get me, I think I'm out of it. I got to go get some Powerade and cool down. It is, what is it here right now? Believe it or not, it's only 80 here, but it feels like it's 100. I'm back here with hardly no air, so it's really stuffy. Yeah, I go in there occasionally, Dale. I hadn't been there in quite a while now. I'm usually busy out here working on the car or gone around that time. And sometimes I go to bed early, about 8 o'clock lately. But yeah, I miss saying hello to everybody over there. Definitely. So anyway, have a good one, guys. Catch you later.